Graham Potter, pressure is piling onto him. Do you know why? He lost another game yesterday as Aston Villa beat Chelsea by 2-0, and moreover, it happened at Stamford Bridge. Not so? I think we're at Stamford Bridge, guys, and it's really so much unforgivable as far as it's concerned. However much is the rebuild, but at least you should turn your stadium into a fortress. Yesterday, they were beaten by Aston Villa 2-0, and that has gone ahead to pile more pressure onto the manager Graham Potter. He has lots of things to say about Mudryk. Nagelsmann is linked to Chelsea after that loss, and obviously Thomas Tuchel, the new manager of Bayern Munich, who went ahead and really won his first game against Borussia Dortmund by 4-2, has gone ahead and revealed to the media as to why he never even needed a second thought to take over the Bayern Munich job, as he was told that Nagelsmann is on his way out. Rokani David is my name. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I'm here to really bring you the latest news and information as far as your football news is concerned. Now, Graham Potter, after losing to Aston Villa 2-0, Fabrizio Romano came out and said that pressure again on Graham Potter after board always supported and backed him. Now Chelsea drop out of the Premier League top half. Graham Potter said, "We need fan support on Tuesday." I think they are playing Liverpool. And Fabrizio told us that understand Nagelsmann has always been appreciated by Chelsea as future top coach, one to watch. That is a story brought to you by Fabrizio Romano. Then, Plettigol from Germany told us that Julian Nagelsmann is on the short list of potential candidates to replace Graham Potter if he was to leave Chelsea. Tottenham are not an option for him at this stage. Now, when you add the two things that Fabrizio Romano talked about and Plettigol from Germany, you just get to know that there is something cooking behind. You know, looks like there are things that the board of Chelsea is not going to go ahead and really look at and obviously be so much okay with, because right now they've played 28 games and they're having 38 points. Can you imagine? 28 games and they're having 38 points, and they're out of the reach of even to play either the Conference League of the UEFA Europa League, because if they are to play the UEFA Europa League, they need to come and finish 5th or 6th or 7th or 8th. Those are the positions they're supposed to be in, and I think it's getting ugly for Graham Potter. He had gotten a little bit of a breather by the time we went to the international break, because he had really drawn with Everton 2-2, and he beat Leicester City by 3-1. He beat Borussia Dortmund by 2-0, and he beat Leeds by 1-0. So in the previous 5 games, he had won 3, drawn 1, I think, and lost 1. So he had at least gone ahead to really get a little bit of stability in his team. But this time round, this is really unforgivable. And I think after sacking Nagelsmann, it's really going to be so much hard for Graham Potter to really find himself on the job of Chelsea at the start of the season, because however much has a clause of refunding him close to £60 million when he's sacked by Chelsea, that cannot really give him green light to really find himself in a position of really staying at Chelsea if results are not coming in through. What is going to keep him at Chelsea are results coming in through. You know, I know Todd Boehly will let him coach Chelsea until the end of the season. 10 games left to play in the Premier League. So he'll be left to coach those games, coach the game of Real Madrid. They are playing in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And I think more discussions will be held at the end of the season. But I think even Nagelsmann, who is being linked to this job of Chelsea, is needing some rest. I think he needs to refresh. After refreshing, he'll find himself on the job, I think around October or November, because Graham Potter needs a preseason. When he gets a preseason, he'll come in through and play in the Premier League. If at all he cannot get those results in as required by his bosses, then he's going to be sacked. Right now, you can't sack a manager like Graham Potter after sacking Thomas Tuchel. That's it. There is no way you're going to sack a manager like Graham Potter after sacking Thomas Tuchel, whom you never even gave time. You get? So, Graham Potter also was vocal on how these players never had really a perfect preseason. So he thinks that He needs a preseason, and obviously, if at all he gets a proper preseason, then he will really deliver for Chelsea. I believe in him, but the problem is he's at a team that doesn't really need such excuses. Look at Erik ten Hag. After losing his first 2 games against Brentford and Brighton, do you know that the sacking rumors were all over media, because the media in England wanted United to sign Pochettino, and with the fans wanted Ten Hag. You get? Ten Hag rectified it immediately. We beat Liverpool, and ever since then we are really doing great, and right now we are placed 3rd onto the Premier League table. So I think Graham Potter is safe until the end of the season. He'll do the pre-season with Chelsea, according to me. Then after, if a sack is going to be really put onto his job, I think it will be at the beginning of the season if at all doesn't put in results as required by Tony Boyle and the entrance at Chelsea. Now, Graham Potter has also gone ahead and really backed Mudryk, and he has shown us that he really has a little bit support of him. He has told us that Mudryk is really exciting, fantastic young player, adapting to the Premier League and us. He's in essentially a preseason phase. He's someone we believe in and need to help him enjoy his football. So he's talking about Mudryk as a player that is really good and exciting, but he's just trying to enjoy his preseason. That's it. I understand what he's talking about. You know, such excuses are not allowed when you're a Chelsea manager. You know, it's all about either player being good or not being fit to play in your team. That's it. You know, you cannot back Mudryk by saying that he's really enjoying his preseason. No way. This is not the preseason, because by the time he went to the World Cup, he was playing for Shakhtar Donetsk, and he had returned to training in January, and he's been training with Chelsea ever since he joined them around the 19th of January. That's it. So 3 months now, and you're talking about the preseason, yet the preseason goes for like 2 months. He's been training at Chelsea for 2 or 3 months. So you are talking about the preseason. That's not a best excuse to give out as a manager of Chelsea. So to me, I think Graham Potter is really having a lot of trouble at Chelsea, and he needs to find his team to winning ways. If at all he doesn't find his team back to winning ways, I think more pressure is going to accumulate onto him, and the only way he can find himself in a secure position is him knocking out Real Madrid. I think he can knock out Real Madrid, though he has never been a manager in the Champions League, but I see him having the players that can really get him to the levels of knocking out Real Madrid. So to me, I see him as a manager that just needs to find himself winning games. With the squad that he has and him finding his first team, I believe he needs to win these beautiful games of football. That is Graham Potter. So I think that excuse of Mudryk is really void. It's really void. It's null and void. I cannot come out and really say that it's really the right excuse to give as a manager, because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. We've seen players who have been signed and they've gone ahead to come and really hit the ground running. You get? So don't treat that as an excuse for Mudryk. Mudryk needs to find himself to the levels of really playing very well, because yesterday he played against Aston Villa and I saw him very much lacking and missing in that game of football. Now, Thomas Tuchel said, I was surprised at the beginning that Bayern Munich wanted me immediately. I thought it was just an exploratory call for the summer, but bosses were very clear. There was no tactics from me. There were some inquiries, but for me the plan was to work abroad in the summer. So he's revealing to us as he was shocked with a move to join a side known as Bayern Munich, because it just came abrupt. I was here in the night and I saw Fabrizio Romano really putting up a tweet that Bayern Munich have agreed to sack Nagelsmann. I asked myself, oh my God, why has it come so early? 10 minutes later, Fabrizio puts up a story that the replacement of Nagelsmann has been chosen to be Thomas Tuchel, and Thomas Tuchel has also gone ahead to reveal us the situation that the board of Bayern Munich were really so much serious and they wanted him as up. So yesterday he went ahead and really won his first game against Borussia Dortmund. That is the biggest derby in German football, by 4-2, and I think that is the best way to come in through, and obviously with the needful, because by the time they really played against Borussia Dortmund was topping the league by 1 point, and as it stands, Bayern Munich is at 55 points and Dortmund is at 53 points. So it looks like there is some close race in there for you, and Union Berlin is placed third with 51 points. As it stands, he has really gone ahead to pass the first test. But the biggest test as to why he was given this job is to knock out Man City. He has been in the Premier League. He knows Pep Guardiola very well, but I think Pep Guardiola always beat him in the Premier League. But in the Champions League, they only had one leg, and he really beat him in the finale, and Chelsea emerged champions in the Champions League of 2021. So guys, your thoughts on to more pressure piling up on Porter as Nagelsmann is lined up as his replacement, him defending Mudryk, and what do you think about Tuchel's words as to how Bayern Munich came in for him and they never wanted no for an answer. Thank you guys for watching in through first video of the day. More is yet to come. Today Manchester United is playing Newcastle, Southampton is playing West Ham, so keep onto this channel. More is yet to come, because this is how we do it onto this channel, as we help, as we really see the Muslims go through the holy month of Ramadan, and the Christians celebrating Palm Sunday today as Jesus entered Jerusalem today in a lot of praises from the people there. I sign out for now. See you later. Next Sunday, it's Easter.